You know what scares people the most when they get older? It's not always wrinkles, or gray hair, or even birthdays piling up. It's losing independence. It's the fear of not being able to walk across the room without pain. It's the fear of not being able to climb stairs, or get out of a chair, or keep up with the grandkids. And when that independence slips, when your legs stop responding the way they used to, it's not just frustrating. It's terrifying. Because our legs are more than muscles. They are our freedom. They carry us through life. And the truth is, for millions of Americans today, that freedom is under threat. Leg weakness, loss of balance, stiffness, and fatigue are becoming daily struggles. And it's not just about aging. It's about circulation, about nutrition, about how our bodies are fueled. But here's the good news. Nature has given us miracle foods, foods that can actually bring power back to your legs, improve your strength, boost your circulation, and in some cases start working in as little as 12 hours. And today I'm going to share with you the 8 miracle foods that restore leg power, foods that are delicious, simple, affordable, and available in every grocery store across America. No gimmicks, no pills, no risky drugs. Just real food, doing what food was designed to do: heal, restore, and energize. Now, before we dive into these foods, I want you to really imagine this. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and feeling that your legs aren't heavy anymore. Imagine standing up from the couch without groaning, walking across the room without wobbling, and even bending down to pick something up without worrying if you'll get back up. That's what restoring leg power is all about. And if you stick with me until the end, not only will I show you the 8 foods that can make this happen, but you'll also learn exactly how to use them, how to combine them, and how to bring them into your daily life so that your legs don't just feel stronger tomorrow, but for years to come. Let's start with the first food on the list, and it may surprise you: beets. Now, I know some people wrinkle their noses at beets. They're earthy, they stain your cutting board, and maybe they weren't your favorite vegetable as a kid. But here's the deal: beets are like rocket fuel for your legs. Why? Because they're loaded with nitrates, natural compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is like a miracle molecule for your circulation. It relaxes and widens blood vessels, allowing blood to flow freely down to your legs, flooding your muscles with oxygen and nutrients. Studies have shown that drinking beet juice before a workout can actually increase endurance, reduce fatigue, and improve overall performance. And here's the kicker: people start to notice the difference in just hours. That's why I call beets one of the miracle foods. If you've ever felt like your legs were weak because they weren't getting enough blood flow, beets can flip that switch fast. Now, you don't have to chug beet juice if that's not your thing. You can roast them, slice them into salads, blend them into smoothies, or even snack on beet chips. The point is, adding beets into your routine is like giving your legs a circulation upgrade. You'll feel lighter, more energized, and ready to move. Now, let's move to food number 2, salmon. And listen, I'm not just talking about any fish. I'm talking about wild-caught salmon, packed with omega-3 fatty acids, lean protein, and vitamin D. Why does this matter for your legs? Because your muscles don't just need movement, they need repair. Every time you walk, climb, or squat, you're asking your leg muscles to perform. And over time, those muscles can get worn down, inflamed, or simply undernourished. Omega-3 as in salmon act like natural lubricants for your muscles and joints. They fight inflammation, reduce stiffness, and even improve blood flow by keeping your arteries flexible and clear. Meanwhile, the high-quality protein in salmon goes straight to your muscles to rebuild and strengthen them. That's why athletes eat salmon before big events. It helps with recovery and performance. And for older adults, this becomes even more critical. Weak legs often mean weak protein intake. So just by adding salmon to your dinner plate a few times a week, you're giving your legs the building blocks they need to stay powerful. Imagine grilling a piece of salmon with a little lemon and olive oil, pairing it with roasted veggies, and knowing that with every bite, you're feeding strength directly into your legs. The third food I want to talk about is spinach. Now, spinach might not sound like a miracle food, but it is. This leafy green is rich in magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that work like a team to relax blood vessels, reduce cramping, and support muscle contractions. If your legs feel tight, if you get nighttime cramps that wake you up, or if you've ever had Charlie horses that make you jump out of bed, chances are your magnesium and potassium levels are too low. Spinach fixes that. Plus, it's light, versatile, and easy to slip into your meals without even noticing. Blend it into a smoothie, toss it into an omelette, stir it into a soup, or saute it with garlic. The point is, spinach is a leg saver. And again, the effect isn't just long-term, it can be surprisingly fast. By boosting your electrolytes and relaxing your muscles, spinach can restore power to tired legs in a matter of hours. That's why it deserves a spot on this list. And here's another powerhouse food, sweet potatoes. If you've ever felt your legs give out because of fatigue, sweet potatoes are the answer. They're loaded with complex carbs, which means they release energy slowly and steadily, keeping your muscles fueled for hours. No crashes, no burnouts, just steady power. On top of that, sweet potatoes are rich in potassium, which, like spinach, helps prevent cramps and keeps your muscles working smoothly. And they're high in fiber, which means they keep your blood sugar stable. Why does that matter for your legs? Because unstable blood sugar is one of the fastest ways to drain your energy and leave your muscles weak. Sweet potatoes stop that in its tracks. Roast them, mash them, or cube them into a salad. However you eat them, they're one of the tastiest ways to recharge your legs. Now, let me tell you why these first four foods, beets, salmon, spinach, and sweet potatoes, are already a game changer when it comes to leg power. Together, they hit every angle: circulation, muscle repair, cramp prevention, and energy. Beets flood your legs with oxygen. Salmon rebuilds your muscles and reduces inflammation. Spinach relaxes and nourishes your muscles. And sweet potatoes fuel you with long-lasting energy. You can literally eat these four foods in a single day and feel your legs working better by the evening. That's how powerful they are. And the beauty of it is they're all natural, all accessible, and all affordable. You don't have to travel to another country or spend a fortune on exotic powders. You can find them in your local grocery store right now. But we're only halfway through the list. And the next foods are just as powerful, if not more, because they don't just restore leg power. They help protect you from the underlying causes of leg weakness, like poor circulation, inflammation, and nerve damage. And when you combine them with what we've already talked about, the results can be astonishing. That's why I want you to keep listening, because the next four foods might surprise you even more than the first four. Now that we've covered the first four miracle foods, beets, salmon, spinach, and sweet potatoes, it's time to dig deeper. Because restoring leg power isn't just about oxygen, muscle repair, or energy. It's also about protecting your nerves, stabilizing your circulation, and making sure the foundation of your legs, the bones and connective tissues, are strong enough to carry you through life. And this is where the next miracle foods come in. These aren't just side dishes or health fads. These are foods that can actually shift the way your body works from the inside out, and the results can be felt shockingly fast. Let's talk about miracle food number 5, blueberries. Now, you might be thinking, blueberries? Really? Those tiny little fruits? And yes, it might sound too simple, but blueberries are one of the most powerful weapons you can use against leg weakness. Why? Because they're loaded with antioxidants, specifically anthocyanins. These compounds do something extraordinary inside your body. They fight oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is one of the main reasons your legs start to feel heavy, tired, and sluggish. It damages blood vessels, inflames tissues, and slows circulation. But when you eat blueberries, those anthocyanins act like bodyguards for your blood vessels. They reduce inflammation, repair damage, and improve the flexibility of your arteries. And when your arteries are flexible, your blood flows smoother, your legs receive more oxygen, and suddenly they feel stronger. But that's not all. Blueberries also improve balance and coordination by protecting nerve cells. That's critical because one of the hidden reasons people lose leg power is nerve decline. If the nerves aren't firing signals properly to the muscles can't perform. Blueberries actually help preserve those connections, keeping your brain and body in sync. Imagine eating a handful of blueberries with your morning oatmeal or blending them into a smoothie, and by the end of the day, your legs already feel lighter. That's the kind of effect we're talking about here. And again, this isn't theory. Study after study has shown blueberries improve circulation and muscle recovery within hours. So yes, something as simple as a small fruit can make a massive difference. Now let's move on to miracle food number 6, almonds. At first glance, almonds might just look like a snack, but don't underestimate them. These little nuts are nutrient powerhouses. They're rich in magnesium, vitamin E, protein, and healthy fats, and each of those nutrients plays a role in restoring leg power. Let's start with magnesium because this is huge. Magnesium is the mineral that regulates muscle function. Without enough of it, your muscles cramp, spasm, and weaken. And millions of Americans, especially over 60, are magnesium deficient. That's why so many older adults complain about leg cramps at night or difficulty standing for long periods. Almonds solve that problem by delivering a steady dose of magnesium in every handful. Then there's vitamin E. This antioxidant protects your blood vessels, improves circulation, and reduces the stiffness that can make your legs feel like blocks of cement. And the protein in almonds, that goes directly into repairing and rebuilding your leg muscles after they've been strained by daily activity. Add in the healthy fats that support joint lubrication and you've got a near-perfect leg food. The beauty of almonds is how easy they are to use. Snack on them in the afternoon instead of chips, sprinkle them on salads, or blend them into almond butter, and the effects. Just like blueberries, they can kick in fast. Within a day of eating a good dose of almonds, many people notice their legs don't cramp as much and feel steadier when they walk. Now, let's pause for a second and think about what we've built so far. By this point, we've talked about 6 foods: beets, salmon, spinach, sweet potatoes, blueberries, and almonds. That's 6 natural, accessible, American-friendly foods that hit every system that controls leg power. Beets and blueberries turbocharge circulation. Salmon and almonds rebuild muscle and reduce inflammation. Spinach and sweet potatoes balance electrolytes and fuel energy. Together, these foods cover nearly every weakness that causes legs to fail with age. And here's what makes them even more powerful: when you combine them, their benefits multiply. For example, pairing salmon with a side of roasted sweet potatoes gives you protein, omega-3s, potassium, and slow-burning carbs in one meal. Following it up the next morning with spinach in your omelette and a handful of blueberries on top of your oatmeal gives your body antioxidants, magnesium, and nitric oxide boosters. Add a few almonds as a snack, and suddenly your entire day is structured around leg restoration without even realizing it. Now, I want you to really picture this. Picture yourself in just 1 week after adding these foods consistently. Instead of dragging yourself out of bed with stiff legs, you swing your feet to the floor and stand up with more energy. Instead of struggling to walk around the grocery store, you notice you're moving faster and steadier. Instead of worrying about stairs, you take them without gripping the rail in fear. That's the transformation these foods create, and it doesn't take years to see results. For many, it starts in 12 hours and builds every single day afterward. But we're not done yet, because while these 6 foods are already life-changing, the last 2 on the list are the finishing touches. They not only restore leg power, but protect you from future decline. They target the very root causes of weakness that most people overlook: inflammation deep in the tissues and poor oxygen delivery at the cellular level. And when you add them into the mix, it's like flipping a switch from weakness to strength, from fatigue to energy, from fear of falling to freedom of movement. So stick with me, because in the next chapter, I'm going to reveal the final 2 miracle foods. And trust me, you'll want to know them, because they could be the difference between struggling with weak legs for the rest of your life and walking powerfully for decades to come. Now we've arrived at the final stretch, and this is where everything comes together. We've already uncovered 6 powerful foods that can restore circulation, rebuild muscle, reduce inflammation, and supercharge your energy. But to complete the circle, we need the last 2 miracle foods. These are the ones that don't just restore your legs in the short term. They protect them for the long haul. They work at the cellular level, fighting the very processes that cause weakness, frailty, and decline. And if you've ever felt like your legs are betraying you, these are the foods that can give you back control. Let's start with miracle food number 7, Greek yogurt. At first glance, yogurt might not seem like a miracle, but dig deeper and you'll see why it earns a place on this list. Greek yogurt is packed with protein, calcium, potassium, and probiotics, all nutrients that directly impact your leg strength. The protein helps rebuild muscle fibers, especially after they've been broken down by daily strain. Calcium supports bone density, which is critical for preventing fractures and maintaining stability. Potassium helps balance sodium levels in the body, which lowers blood pressure and reduces swelling in the legs. And then there are the probiotics. These tiny beneficial bacteria improve digestion and nutrient absorption, meaning your body gets more value out of every other food you eat. If you're eating spinach or almonds but not absorbing their nutrients properly, you're only getting half the benefit. Greek yogurt solves that problem by strengthening your gut, ensuring that the vitamins and minerals in all these miracle foods actually reach your muscles and bones. But here's the part most people don't realize. Yogurt's protein content has a unique effect on muscle repair. The amino acids in Greek yogurt are highly bioavailable, which means your muscles can use them faster than other sources. That's why athletes often eat yogurt after workouts. For older adults, this effect is even more important because muscle recovery slows down with age. By eating a bowl of Greek yogurt, maybe with blueberries on top, you're giving your legs exactly what they need to bounce back, feel less sore, and stay strong. And just like the other foods on this list, the results can kick in quickly. Within a day, many people notice less swelling in their legs and improved steadiness when walking. Now, let's talk about miracle food number 8, garlic. Yes, garlic, the humble, pungent bulb that's been used for centuries in kitchens and folk medicine alike. Garlic is a circulation powerhouse. It contains a compound called allicin, which does something extraordinary. It relaxes blood vessels. When your blood vessels relax, your circulation improves instantly. More blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients delivered to your legs, which means more power, less fatigue, and faster recovery. And it doesn't take weeks or months to notice. Studies have shown that garlic can improve blood flow within hours of consumption. But garlic doesn't stop there. It also reduces inflammation, lowers cholesterol, and protects against blood clots, all of which contribute to weak, tired legs. Think about it. If your arteries are clogged or inflamed, your legs don't stand a chance. Garlic clears the path, opening up the highways inside your body so blood can flow freely. And here's something else: garlic actually boosts the production of nitric oxide, just like beets do. That means when you combine garlic with beets, you're doubling the circulation benefits. Add in salmon, spinach, and blueberries, and you're creating an environment inside your body where weakness simply can't survive. Now imagine this. Breakfast is a spinach omelette with a side of Greek yogurt and blueberries. Lunch is a salad topped with salmon, almonds, and a garlic vinaigrette. Dinner is roasted sweet potatoes with a side of sautéed beets and a sprinkle of garlic. That's a full day of eating where every bite is working toward restoring your leg power. You're not counting calories. You're not following some restrictive diet. You're simply eating delicious, natural foods that fuel your body the way it was meant to be fueled. And within 12 hours, you feel the difference. Your legs don't ache as much. You have more spring in your step. The heaviness is lifting. And by the end of the week, you're walking with a confidence you thought was gone forever. Let's recap all 8 miracle foods so they stick in your mind. First, beets, the circulation booster. Second, salmon, the muscle healer. Third, spinach, the electrolyte balancer. Fourth, sweet potatoes, the energy fuel. Fifth, blueberries, the antioxidant powerhouse. Sixth, almonds, the muscle protector. Seventh, Greek yogurt, the recovery enhancer. And eighth, garlic, the circulation opener. Together, these 8 foods create a system, a natural, holistic, affordable system that restores leg power fast and protects it for years to come. And here's the best part: you don't need expensive supplements, risky pills, or complicated routines. These foods are available in every grocery store in America. They're budget-friendly, easy to prepare, and they taste great. You don't need a chef. You don't need to spend hours in the kitchen. You just need to make the choice to bring them into your life starting today. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical. Maybe you've tried diets before. Maybe you've been told that weakness in your legs is just part of aging. But let me tell you something it's not. Aging doesn't have to mean weakness. It doesn't have to mean giving up your independence or living in fear of falling. Aging can mean strength, confidence, and freedom if you give your body the tools it needs. And these 8 miracle foods are some of the most powerful tools you could ever use. So here's my challenge to you starting tomorrow. Pick just 2 of these foods and add them to your meals. It could be as simple as tossing blueberries into your breakfast, snacking on almonds in the afternoon, or adding garlic to your dinner. Then notice how your legs feel 12 hours later. Notice the difference after just one day, and once you feel it, I guarantee you'll want to add more. Before long, you'll be eating all 8 foods without even thinking about it. and your legs will thank you every single day. This is your moment. You don't have to wait. You don't have to accept weakness as your destiny. You have the power to restore your legs, reclaim your independence, and live the active, vibrant life you deserve. And it all starts with the simple choice to eat differently. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. And before we close, let me remind you, this channel is here to guide you every step of the way. If you found this video helpful, come back for more. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and join a community of Americans who refuse to let age slow them down. Every video I share is designed to give you practical, natural strategies to live strong, live proud, and live long. So don't stop here. Watch the next video, learn the next strategy, and keep building the future you want. Because your best days are still ahead of you. Remember this, you are stronger than you think, you are capable of more than you imagine, and with the right choices, you can restore your leg power faster than you ever dreamed. So go ahead, grab those blueberries, snack on those almonds, cook with that garlic, and enjoy the miracle of what your body can do when you give it the fuel it deserves. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself, eat your miracle foods, and walk with strength, energy, and pride.